Hi everyone. Today I am going to explain the voltage regulation and efficiency problems on short transmission line. Okay, in the previous class I am derived the expression for the voltage regulation and efficiency by using the equivalent circuit and phasor diagrams. Okay, by using this voltage regulation and efficiency formulas we solve the problems in the case of a short transmission line, and by using these formulas we find out the how much amount of voltage regulation that will be obtained and what is the efficiency of further transmission line, that all will be calculated in the present class. Okay, coming to the first problem is a single phase line is transmitting 1100 kilowatts. Okay, the single phase line is transmitted 1100 kilowatts. That means the power P equal to the 1100 kilowatts. Okay, to a factor at 11 kilovolts, to a factor at 11 kilovolts. Okay, that is the receiving end power, receiving end voltage, that is 11 kilovolts, and 0.8 power factor lagging. Okay, that means the cos phi equal to 0.8 power factor. Okay, it has a total resistance of, that means the resistance R equal to 2 ohms and loop reactance is 3 ohms. Okay, X equal to the 3 ohms. Okay, we already know the equivalent circuit diagram for the short transmission line. Okay, that values will be substituted in the short transmission line and then remaining values we will be find out. Okay, in that first bit the voltage at the sending end. Okay, determine first bit is the voltage at sending end, that means Vs. We find out the sending end voltage. Okay, second one is the percentage regulation, then we calculate the percentage voltage regulation. Okay, what is the formula for percentage voltage regulation? The percentage voltage regulation is Vs minus VR by VR into 100. Okay, next we calculate the transmission efficiency. Okay, what is the formula for transmission efficiency? Transmission efficiency is equal to the power delivered to the load by power delivered plus line losses. Okay, these following terms are determined. Okay, coming to the solution, first we write down the given data. Okay, we write down the given data. First, the single phase line is transmitting 1100 kilowatts, that is P equal to the 1100 kilowatts. Okay, and power factor and power to the factor at 11 kilovolts. Okay, 11 kilovolts means the VR equal to the 11 kilovolts. Okay, next, and at a 0.8 power factor lagging. Okay, power factor means the cos phi. Cos phi value is the 0.8 lagging. Okay, cos phi value is the 0.8 lagging. Okay, and it has a total resistance. Resistance is 2 ohms and a loop reactance is 3 ohms. Okay, the resistance is R equal to 2 ohms and a loop reactance is equal to the 3 ohms. And then determine what is the first value, first determination, the voltage at the sending end. Determine the voltage at sending end. Okay, this is the first bit, that means the Vs. First we determine the sending end voltage. After that we determine the percentage regulation. Next we determine the transmission efficiency. Okay, these three terms we will be determined. Okay, next coming to the equivalent circuit of single phase transmission line. This is the equivalent circuit for the transmission line. Okay, in the short transmission line, only the resistance and reactive parameters are there and capacitance value will be neglected. Okay, in the given data also we consider the resistance value and reactance value and receiving end voltage. Okay, the receiving end voltage VR is equal to the 11 kilo volts. Okay, next coming to the resistance value, that is equal to the 2 ohms. Next coming to the reactance, that is equal to the 2 ohms. Okay, sorry, reactance is 3 ohms. Sorry, the reactance is 3 ohms. Okay, reactance value is the 3 ohms. Okay, the resistance value is the 2 ohms and reactance is the 3 ohms. Okay, next we find out the sending end voltage and sending end current. We find out the sending end voltage and sending end current. Okay, this is the equivalent circuit diagram of a short transmission line. Okay, first we find out the what is the load current. Okay, we already know the power formula. Power P equal to the VI cos phi. Okay, by using this formula we write down the load current I equal to P by VR IR cos phi R into 1000. Okay, into 1000 and then substitute the value of P. P already given, that is the 1100 kilowatts. Kilo means we consider as 1000. Okay, 1100 by VR. VR value is the 11 kilovolts. Okay, in given data while observing the VR, okay, sorry, VR, it is also there in the circuit. VR is equal to the 11 kilovolts. VR equal to the 11 kilovolts and power factor is the 0.8. Power factor is the 0.8. Okay, then calculate this current I, that is equal to the 125 amperes. Okay, the current I is equal to the 125 amperes. Okay, this is the load current. Okay, next coming to the first bit, that is the sending end voltage. We find out the sending end voltage. Okay, that is the Vs. Okay, we already know the formula for the sending end voltage. Okay, that formula we derived in the previous class. Okay, what is the formula for Vs? Vs is equal to the square root of VR cos phi R plus IR whole square plus VR sin phi R plus Ix whole square. Okay, this is the formula for the sending end voltage. Okay, this formula will be derived by using the phasor diagram of short circuit transmission line. Okay, by using the short circuit transmission line, we determine the formula for the sending end voltage. Okay, that is Vs. Okay, the formula for Vs is the square root of VR cos phi R plus IR whole square plus VR sin phi R plus Ix whole square. Okay, this is the formula for the sending end voltage. Okay, next substitute these all the terms in this equation. First one is the VR. VR is the 11 kilovolts. Okay, VR value is the 11 kilovolts. That will be write as 11,000. Okay, 11,000 into cos phi R is the 0.8 and then I. We already calculate the load current I. Okay, that's value is the 125. Okay, that's value is the 125 and R value. Okay, we know, we already write the R value in the equivalent circuit diagram also. The R value is the 3 ohms. Okay, R value is the 3 ohms whole square plus, and then we substitute the VR, that is the 11,000 into sin phi r. The cos phi r value is the 0.8. Then we find out the sin phi r. Okay, cos phi r equal to the 0.8, and then we find out the pi r. Okay, phi r is equal to cos inverse of 0.8. Pi r is equal to the cos inverse of 0.8. Okay, then the pi r value is the 36.6 degrees. Okay, then sine of 36.6 is the 0.6. Okay, cos phi r is the 0.8. Okay, that will be there in the given data. By using this cos phi r, we find out the sin phi r. That value is the 0.6. Okay, plus I is the 125, that will be derived in the previous slide. Okay, I value, that is the load current, that will be derived by using the power formula. Okay, 125 amperes into x value, that is also write in the equivalent circuit diagram. X is the 3 whole square. Then simplify this equation, and then we find out the Vs. Okay, that is the Vs value, sending end voltage is equal to the 11,426 volts. Okay, the receiving end voltage is the 11,000 volts and sending end voltage is the 11,426 volts. Okay, this is the first bit, that is the sending end voltage. Next, coming to the second bit, that is the percentage voltage regulation. Okay, next coming to the second bit, that is the percentage voltage regulation. What is the formula for percentage voltage regulation? The formula for percentage voltage regulation is the Vs minus sending end voltage minus receiving end voltage by receiving end voltage into 100. Okay, we already determined the sending end voltage, and then in the given data we are having the receiving end voltage. Okay, both the values will be substitute in this equation. Then we find out the percentage regulation. Okay, the sending end voltage Vs is 11,426 minus the receiving end voltage is the 11,000 volts by VR. VR is the 11,000 into 100. By calculating this value, then we obtain the percentage voltage regulation. Okay, that is 3.8. Okay, that is the 3873 percentage. Okay, 3.8. Next, coming to the voltage coming to the line losses. Okay, what is the formula for that line losses? That is the I square R. Okay, the formula for line losses is the I square R. Okay, where I is the 125 whole square. 125 whole square into 2. Okay, where I is the 125 whole square into 2. Okay, then by calculating these losses, then we obtain the 31.25 kilowatts. Okay, this is the line losses, and we find out the transmission efficiency. Okay, we already know what is the power transmission efficiency. The formula for the transmitted power is efficiency equal to the power delivered to the load by power supplied from the supply end. Okay, power delivered to the load by power supplied from the supply end. Okay, that will be multiplied into 100. That will be multiplied into 100. Okay, then what is the formula for that efficiency? Okay, VR IR cos phi r by VR IR cos phi r plus I square r losses. Okay, what is the receiving end power delivered? That is the that will be given in the question also, that is the 1100 plus line losses is the 31.25. Then we obtaining the 97.24 percentage. Okay, this is the percentage efficiency of a transmission line. Okay, this is the percentage efficiency of a transmission line. Okay, next coming to the equivalent circuit diagram and then substitute all the values. Okay, first in that given data also we give the receiving end voltage, that is the 11 kilovolts. Okay, the resistance value is the 2 ohms and reactance value is also it is the 3 ohms. Okay, the reactance value is the 3 ohms, not 2 ohms. Okay, the reactance value is the 3 ohms. Okay, and then we also calculate the current, that is the 125 amperes while calculating the load current by using the power formula. What is the power formula? Power P equal to VI cos phi. Okay, by using this formula we calculate the load current. Okay, that is 125 amperes. Next we write down the sending end voltage, that will also be calculated. That value is the 11426. Okay, by observing the sending end voltage and receiving end voltages, the sending end voltage will be more when compared to the receiving end voltage. Okay, the sending end voltage is more compared to the receiving end voltage due to the losses for the presence of this resistance and reactance in the line. Then we reduce the receiving end voltage. Okay, this is the equivalent circuit of a short transmission line. Okay, this is the equivalent circuit diagram of a short transmission line. Okay, next this is the phasor diagram for the short transmission line. I will explain in the previous class. I am explaining the equivalent circuit and also phasor diagram. Okay, this is the phasor diagram for the short transmission line. Okay, in that we calculate the load current, that is I equal to 125 amperes. That is I equal to the 125 amperes. Okay, then we calculate the receiving end voltage, that is we already given in the question the receiving end voltage is the 1100 volts, and then the sending end voltage, it is the Vs. We calculate the Vs by using the sending end voltage equation formula. Okay, that is the 11,426 volts. Okay, this is the sending end voltage and this is the receiving end voltage and this is the load current. Okay, these are the equivalent circuit diagrams and the phasor diagram. This is the equivalent circuit diagram for the short transmission line and this is the phasor diagram for the short transmission line. Okay, next coming to the second problem. A short three-phase transmission line of parameters r equal to 0.4 and x equal to the 0.4 ohm is delivering 2000 kilovolt ampere to a load at a power factor. Okay, to a load at a power factor of 0.8 lag at the receiving end of the line. Okay, 0.8 lag at the receiving end of the line. Okay, if the load voltage is the 3000 volts, okay, the load voltage is the 3000 volts. Determine the voltage regulation and efficiency of the line. Okay, we determine the voltage regulation and efficiency of the line. Okay, next coming to the given data, power P equal to 2000 kVA. The power will be represented in the kVA form. Okay, 2000 kVA. Next, VR. Okay, that also given in the 3000. It is a three-phase transmission line. That's why we taking the VR is the by root 2. 3000 by root 2. While calculating 3000 by root 2, then it will be obtained 1732 volts. Okay, this is the receiving end voltage. Okay, next coming to the power factor, that is the cos phi. The cos phi is the 0.8 lagging. Cos phi is the 0.8 lagging. Next, the resistance and reactance values are there. That is the resistance is the 0.4 ohms and reactance is also 0.4 ohms. Okay, next we determine the first one is the percentage voltage regulation. Okay, first bit is we determine the percentage voltage regulation. Okay, second bit is the transmission efficiency. Okay, second bit is the transmission efficiency. First we calculate the line current, that is the formula for the line current is I equal to P in VA by 3 VR. While the power will be taken as in VA, then the cos phi terms will be cancelled. Then the power in VA is the 200 into 1000 by 3 into V into R. V is the 1732 VR. Okay, this is the receiving end voltage, and receiving end current and power. Okay, while calculating these values, then we obtaining the current value is the receiving end current is the 384.9 amperes. The receiving end current is the 384.9 amperes. Okay, next coming to the formula for the Vs. Okay, what is the formula for Vs? In the previous derivation, in the previous class, I am derived the voltage regulation formula. Okay, in that we derive the sending end voltage. Okay, by using the phasor diagram, we derive the sending end voltage. Okay, the formula for sending end voltage is the VR plus IR cos phi R plus Ix sin phi R. Okay, Vs is the sending end voltage and Vr is the receiving end voltage. I into R. I is the load current and cos phi R is the power factor and plus I into X. X is the reactance value in the given circuit, and then by using this cos phi R value, then we find out the sin phi R. Then in this equation we common the I term, then it will be write as VR plus I into R cos phi R plus X into sin phi R plus X into sin phi R. By substituting the values, then it is VR is the 1732 receiving end voltage plus I is the, we calculate the line current, that is the 384.9 into R value is the 0.4 into power factor. The power factor is the 0.8. Power factor is the 0.8 plus X. X is also 0.4 into sin phi R. Okay, by using this cos phi r value, then we determine the sin phi r. Okay, in that cos phi r equal to the 0.8, then phi r equal to 36.6 degrees. After that we calculate the sin of 36.6. Okay, that's value is the 0.6. Okay, that's value is the 0.6. When the cos phi r is 0.8, the sin phi r is the 0.6. Okay, by simplification of this equation, then we obtaining the value is 1947.5 volts. Okay, 1947.5 volts. Okay, that is the sending end voltage. Next we calculate the percentage regulation. Next we calculate the percentage voltage regulation. Okay, what is the formula for percentage voltage regulation? The formula for the percentage voltage regulation is the Vs minus Vr by Vr into 100. Okay, the percentage voltage regulation is equal to the Vs minus Vr by Vr into 100. Okay, Vs minus Vr by Vr into 100. That is the formula for the percentage voltage regulation. And then we substitute the values for the Vs, Vr. In this equation we calculate the Vs, that is 1947.5 volts, and then in the given data the receiving end voltage is the 1732. Okay, 3 phase means by root 3. Okay, in 3 phase means by root 3. Then substitute these values and then we simplify these values. Then we obtaining the 12.44 percentage. Okay, that is the percentage voltage regulation. Okay, that is the percentage voltage regulation. Okay, next we calculate the total line losses. Okay, next we calculate the total line losses. By using these line losses, we calculate the efficiency. Okay, what is the formula for line losses? The formula for the line losses is the 3I square R. Okay, 3-phase transmission system means that we write as 3 we multiplied by that into 3. We multiplied by that into 3. Okay, that is 3I square R. Okay, then 3 into I is the line current. Okay, that already we calculated, that is 384.9. This is the line current, 384.9 whole square into the R value is the 0.4. Okay, that will be substituted in this formula. Then the total by 1000, then the total value is the 177.8 kilowatts. This is the total line losses that will be obtained in the case of this 3-phase short transmission line. Okay, next coming to the power output. Okay, next coming to the power output. Okay, what is the formula for power output? The formula for the power output is the kVA into cos phi. Okay, what is the value of kVA? In the given data, the kVA is the 2000 into cos phi is the 0.8. Okay, 2000 into 0.8, that is 1600 kilowatts. Okay, these are the total line losses. Next, coming to the second bit, that is the transmission efficiency. Okay, coming to the second bit, that is the transmission efficiency. Okay, what is the formula for transmission efficiency? The formula for the transmission efficiency is it is power delivered. It is the ratio of power delivered to the load to power supplied from the supply end. Okay, ratio of power delivered to the load to the power supplied from the supply end, okay, and it will be multiplied by the 100, then we obtain in terms of percentage values. Okay, this is the formula for the transmission efficiency, and then we substitute the values. What is the power delivered? That is the 1600 plus power 1600 plus losses. Okay, we already calculate the losses, 3I square R value. Okay, that's value is the 177.8. okay, substitute this value in this equation, then obtaining the efficiency. Okay, the power delivered to the load is the 1600 plus power delivered to the load plus line losses. The formula for the transmission efficiency is the power delivered to the load, power delivered to the load by power delivered to the load plus line losses. Okay, power delivered to the load plus line losses. Okay, power delivered to the load is the 1600 by 1600 plus line losses. Okay, three phase line losses means that the formula for the three phase line losses is the 3I square R. Okay, this is the 3I square R. These are the total line losses. Okay, that will be obtained. Total line losses is the 177.8 kilowatts. Okay, that will be substituted in this equation. Then we obtaining the transmission efficiency. Okay, that is the 90%. Okay, then we obtaining the transmission efficiency, that is the 90%. Okay, this is the solution for the transmission efficiency and regulations of a three-phase transmission lines, and this is the sending end voltage and these are the load currents. Okay, in this problem also we write the equivalent circuit diagram for this problem, and then we substitute the what are the values you are to be find out, and then what are the values that will be given in the question, that also will be represented in the equivalent circuit diagram, and then we draw the phasor diagram for this short transmission line also. Okay, and then we substitute the what is the value for the sending end voltage and what is the value for the receiving end voltage and what is the line currents. Okay, that all will be represented in this equivalent circuit diagram and the phasor diagram like this. Okay, this problem also we write the equivalent circuit diagram and phasor diagram. Okay, this is the phasor diagram for every short transmission line. In that line we substitute the values for that problem. What is the sending end value, what is the sending end value that will be calculated, and what is the receiving end voltage that will be obtained in the given question, and we already calculate the current. Okay, what is the value of that current, that all will be represented in the phasor diagram, and also we draw the equivalent circuit diagram for that problem also. Okay, this is equivalent circuit diagram for every short transmission line. For each and every problem we draw the equivalent circuit diagram and also phasor diagram. Okay, we definitely draw the equivalent circuit diagram and also phasor diagram for every problem. Okay, in this equivalent circuit diagram we represent the which parameters we have to be determined and which parameters are there in the question, that all will be represented in this equivalent circuit diagram and also in the phasor diagram. Okay, for each and every problem we must and should draw the equivalent circuit diagram and the phasor diagrams also. Okay, we have a separate marks for that equivalent circuit diagram and also the phasor diagrams for each and every problem. Okay, while solving that problem, after completion of this problem, and then we write the equivalent circuit diagram and phasor diagram. Okay, that having the separate marks. Okay, thank you.